Right.
Right.
Right. Carl and Brendan here from the games. What the fuck was that? The games. Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for sure, and we are doing a reaction to the Blood Republic's new track, Ditch. Or technically, it's not that new because it's actually, according to Zach Mueller, the man behind the Blood Republic, it is a single demo from 2018 that has been given new life, the treatment it deserves, updated, that he feels reflects the Blood Republic in 2023. That alone is always interesting because Blood Republic, we've covered them a few times in the past, but very, very different tastes on styles, but always come away intrigued, interested by what the Blood Republic offers. So that's the one thing I know we're guaranteed to have, and not listening to this song. It's very, very fresh out, 10th of March, 2023. So, you know, it's pretty much brand new. I think we can at least be guaranteed to be intrigued.
Yeah. Intrigue is good.
Yep. We're not going to hang around and talk too much about it here. We're literally going to get into it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Inside your heart and inside your head, they're not the prophets gonna weak your soul.
Thought he was going to do it again. Right.
Right.
Right. I'll just say, yeah, I really, really like that. I thought that was super groovy. I just thought it had the nice grunge touches that often come with the Blood Republic's music. It had some wicked riffs, a nice catchy chorus. It's got some bloody bristling intensity going on there. It flows beautifully, nice and concise. That's just an easy song to headbang and enjoy. I fucking loved it.
I liked it.
Yeah?
I thought it was very good too. Yeah, it's heavier than I thought it was. Like I was
Yeah, that
expecting,
was a
to be honest.
surprise.
There's
Yeah.
some nice sort of slightly echoed sort of shouting going on in the background, which is pretty cool. Got a great riff, great rhythm to it, man. It's just nice and easy to get into. He's got a good voice. You know, he's very much got a very, very listenable voice. And then just with the added shouting behind it. Yeah, I've got no complaints at all. I thought it was a really, really cool song. Very
Yeah,
much
it's
enjoyed
exactly that. It's exactly that. I feel exactly the same. You know, you are right. Like honestly, the more we hear him, man, I love his voice.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
great
get
singer.
across? Yeah, did you get across the sort of songs about the frustrations of feeling stuck in any given situation in life? Is that something that you think comes through? It's hard, isn't it?
Um, I don't know if I got that musically from it. Lyrically, I
Mhm.
can see that and the whole ditch concept, and we're all in a ditch, just kind of shouted repeatedly through it. So, you know, I think obviously lyrics a lot of the time drive a message in a song. And while we would all love for all of the music to speak volumes and speak words and all that sort of stuff, lyrical content drives more than anything else. So yes, I would say I understand that message. I don't know if I got that myself personally from it. If I was listening too much to the music, yeah, as you know, I like to do my analysis of lyrics.
Yep.
If I was analyzing the lyrics, it's instantly where I would go to, because when you shout the words "we're all in a ditch," that's kind of where my mind goes to. You know,
Yep.
the idea of being stuck in a rut. It's not a literal ditch, you know. But so yeah, I mean, musically, I don't know, like, because trying to think, I didn't really necessarily capture that musically. I got like the genre kind of like idea, you know, there's a bit of grunge to it, there's a lot of kind of fuzz and echo and that sort of stuff, but I don't know if I was just too much involved in just kind of tapping my foot and enjoying the riff to almost spend too much time analyzing it. It was only really at the end of it when it was when it went to the sort of slowdown at the end of it, and it was doing that little kind of stop start sort of stuff, and then just kind of like scale back a little bit, almost like it was just leaving like instruments almost
Yep.
isolated, and I went from that into the background shouts about we're all in a ditch. And then I was thinking, like, along those same sorts of lines, I was like, okay, you know, but it was as the song was ending.
No, I
I'd
was just
love,
intrigued. I was just
yeah,
intrigued to sort of see what you thought on that front, because it's something I think I pretty much share and echo the sentiments you put there. But ultimately, I think it comes down to the same thing, as I was really, really just into the kind of rhythm of it, the rhythm of structure and the riff and the vocals, and really just letting that wash over me. You know, because the expectation with the Blood Republic as well is that you are going to get something that will be potentially different to the last thing you heard. But there is an overarching theme that's often got a grunge touch to it, as that is an
yep,
area that it really lives within. And that was kind of like, okay, how predominant is that going to be? You know, obviously, both of us aren't exactly always the biggest fan of grunge outright, but when it's utilized in the style that the Blood Republic does, I find it nowhere as distracting or off-putting in any way, shape, or form, because ultimately I would summarize this as just a nice heavy rock song.
yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. It's like, you know, there's just a style of music here, but we all have our own preferences, you know.
Of
We like
course.
songs with a bit of attitude, and that definitely had it. Sometimes in grunge in my head, it's not always that same way. It's sometimes more melancholic, and you know, and sometimes I don't want to be melancholic. I want to punch it.
Yeah.
And I felt like if I was getting any kind of feeling from that, I guess what I felt probably listening to that song was maybe like an air of the frustration, and that, like, you know, that whole being stuck in a rut, but it's almost a frustration about it. And that I was kind of getting from it, you know, that sort of stop starting sort of that like track, which is almost like they're not being able to get going again. You know, I can kind of get that sort of thing from it. It had more when I sometimes it's a positive, right? Because when you say to anybody, or you know, if you said to me beforehand, like, I it's a grunge sort of style track, or I think even in the link to it, it suggests alt rock.
Yep.
Puts a an idea in your head, doesn't it? You know, and you go into something, and then sometimes I guess maybe unfairly I go into it thinking, oh, please don't be crap, please don't be crap. You know, which then like leaves me like even more like kind of buzzing at the end of it when you're like pleasantly surprised. And I was like, actually, I felt like quite a bit of angst and frustration and everything like that throughout that song. I thought that was really cool. So
leave it there. That's the Blood Republic Stitch, a banging track from both points of view. Got any thoughts that you know what to do? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?